Hey world, so I just wanted to kind of like actually do a little video because I've had a lot of people, clients mainly, ask me recently, because obviously summer's coming up, about diets and what do I need to do and that sort of thing. And I think some of the things that I've put in the past and what I've said to people are probably quite vague. So if I kind of do this, it's just a little bit more literally from the horse's mouth as such. So I've been a PT for over 4 years. I've been into exercise and training probably for longer than that. For one reason or another, I used to, as I put in a post about a month ago before London Marathon, work in McDonald's. I used to eat McDonald's food a lot. When I wasn't eating McDonald's food, it probably some other takeaway. I've done various diets. I've done like paleo, I've done super carb depletion. All I really got from carb depletion was headaches, feeling sick, didn't really look that much leaner. In fact, the best nutrition plan I followed was the most obvious, and it was I think it was a ultimate 12-week body transformation plan by Nick Mitchell of Ultimate Performance Personal Training. I thought it was a great thing to have a look at to help inspire the knowledge that I had, that I'd learned from training as a PT. That's the ums. Mainly because those guys at Ultimate Performance produce the best body transformation results. So a couple of years ago I tried that, had a little bit of a play with it. As I said, you know, we don't know everything in any profession that we do until we learn it. You know, we don't know anything, we have to learn it. Yeah, pretty obvious. And we can't, I don't believe that particularly as personal trainers, we should be using clients as any sort of guinea pig or randomly dishing out information that we think is correct. I think we should at least give it a bit of a try, and therefore we should be our own guinea pigs. So I did I did this body transformation, and a lot of it was my own knowledge, to be fair, but a lot of it was Nick's knowledge from Ultimate Performance Personal Training. And it was great stuff. I mean, it was absolutely brilliant. It was obvious, as I said just now. It was don't eat crap, pretty much, and cycle your carbohydrates. So reduce your carbohydrates in the beginning, because obviously, you know, generally people that want to get lean have excess body fat, excess weight around the middle, around their butt, hamstring area, back of your thighs, etc. So you create a deficit. Pretty logical. And for me, the simplest way to create a deficit isn't necessarily having to track every bit of food that you eat, because as you begin to exercise, you require more fuel over time. But you're normally in an excess amount of calories because you're eating crap. You're eating too many takeaways, you're probably drinking too much alcohol, and that's kind of the fact. I mean, if you deny that to yourself, then you're just lying to yourself. And if you're lying to yourself about that, my question would be, what else are you lying to yourself about? Bit of a mindy one, I know, but still, the point remains. So you know, just assume that you're kind of, you know, you're carrying a bit too much timber, a bit too much weight. You want to get lean, and initially, you know, you just got to focus on health. You haven't got to go, oh, I need to, you know, do Weight Watchers in Slimming World. I mean, bugger that. You know, places like Slimming World tell you an avocado's bad. I mean, come on, really? You know, but at the same time, they're trying to sell you some sort of processed meal or sausage or something. It's like, you know, don't get me wrong, I've got to respect you if you're doing something, but some things are just a bit like overcomplicated. You know, let's put it into context here, right? Iceland has like voted the best diet in the world. Why? Because they take things like a fish and they eat it. They don't do what we do, for example, in the UK. They take a fish, they batter it in crap, and then they submerge it in poor quality oil, poor quality fats, kill it even more, and then eat it, and then wonder why they feel like crap and they're overweight. Okay. So, you know, just to sort of say that out loud. So that kind of brings me back to my point on where I come in with nutrition and what I want people to do. Because the thing is, the first thing is, as I say, take responsibility yourself. You're clearly eating too much or drinking too much alcohol or blah, blah, blah. And that's okay, but you've got to come to terms with that. It's like to be a bit harsh, it's like sort of alcohol addiction or any sort of addiction. If you're addicted to some sort of sugary food or takeaway, then fine. But one takeaway a week, okay. Friday night, chill out, takeaway a glass of wine. 5 takeaways a week, not so good. So you come to terms with that and you go, okay, cool, well, I'm eating too many calories. Do you have to count every single calorie? Maybe is the answer. I know it's vague, and I'm sorry, but maybe, because, you know, some people, they need all the details. I've got clients, they need all the details, and that's fine. And when I had my best results in my body, I counted every single calorie I put into my body, because then I knew. I had all the data, it was, you know, it was fine, and I knew everything, and I couldn't then look back 8 weeks, 10 weeks later and go, oh, I wish I'd have done that. Because I'd done it. I did all the data, as I said. I weighed my food, I counted every calorie, I scanned it into my Fitness Pal. It was fine. But in simple terms, I mean, if you eat minimally ingredient food, right, and I'll come back to that in a second, you will have a calorie deficit. If you have a calorie deficit, your body will be used to eating 2,000 calories a day, but you then go down to 1,600 just by eating better quality food. And what's going to happen? Well, your body's used to that, so it's going to make the difference up. Where's it going to make the difference up from? Your stored body fat. So it's kind of like, it's logic from that point of view. When you then factor in exercise, and exercise doesn't have to be complicated either. I mean, like, just start by going for a walk. You know, join a gym and pick 3 classes and go to those. You know, spin, super circuits at the gym that I'm at, kettlebells, whatever. But just move. It's simple. If you move more, your heart beats faster and you burn more calories. Again, it's pretty simple. So we've created this calorie deficit, and again, how have we done that? Have we done anything magical? Have we gone to Slimming World? Sorry, Slimming World, I keep bashing you. It's just one of those things. Sorry, get over it. No, all you do is, again, you do like the whole Iceland trick that I just said, and I don't mean the supermarket. You take your food, you go and buy your food, and you buy minimally ingredient food. So if you go to the supermarket and you go round and you do something that we don't do very much of, you read a label, a broccoli is broccoli. Okay, somebody might comment and argue that there is preservatives on broccoli to make it last longer and blah blah blah. Oh my god, it's evil. But you know, sometimes we're just gonna have to bite the bullet, and if you bite the bullet and compromise on broccoli, I think that's okay. I think we'll survive with that. Chicken, go to your butchers, buy chicken, buy beef, have pork a couple of times a week, it's not going to kill you. Have some lamb, you know, have some sausages, buy these sort of things. Cowan & Brothers Butchers in Didcot, for those of you that are local, fantastic. They'll even tell you how to cook the food. They have lots of things that they prepared for you, stir fries and that sort of things, kebabs, burgers, sausages. The best steak in Didcot by far. You know, go and buy those sort of things, fill your plate with meat and vegetables, reduce your carbs down for a couple of weeks. You're going to feel a bit grotty, fine, and then factor carbs back in on your training day. So when you go to the gym, go for a bike ride, etc., start eating more carbohydrates again. And again, what carbs are good carbs? Again, minimal ingredient carbs, simple. You know, if you go out there and you eat a pizza, which is high in carbohydrates, then it's probably going to have a lot of ingredients on the packet that you don't know what they are. So if you don't know what something is, surely it's a little bit iffy assuming it's going to do you some sort of good. So if you, again, my favorite carbohydrates, sweet potatoes, normal potatoes, any sort of root veg, carrots, and probably oats, porridge oats, with water, because I have a bit of a funny thing with too much milk. So yeah, again, just keep it simple. You have 2 weeks of mainly, I'm looking behind because I'm reversing, of mainly meat and vegetables, lean meats, fish as well, protein. I don't just mean it has to be chicken. We don't have to, we don't have to be bodybuilders and go, I'm going to eat chicken, rice and one bit of broccoli a day and all that sort of nonsense. It's not like that. So couple of weeks, and this is the best diet in the world, by the way. I'm going to give it away for free now. Couple of weeks, deplete your carbs, your obvious carbs, green veg, eggs, avocado, snack on things like carrots. Don't scream at me, I know carrots are high in carbs, but you know, snack on things like carrots, boiled eggs, tin tuna. Yes, it's boring, but if you want to be super strict, then be super strict. If you want to be 100%, be 100%. Don't drink any alcohol. Just cut it down to 0 or 1 glass of wine a week or 1 beer a week. Keep it as simple as that. Then after sort of like 2 weeks, when you feel like your body's kind of like in that mode of it's eating the body fat, because it's used to fat for energy. It's not used to you giving it carbohydrates all the time, going bang, bang, bang. Then start eating the carbohydrates again. Start off with like 1 or 2 portions of sweet potato a day, so 1 at lunch, 1 at dinner. If you don't like sweet potatoes, eat normal potatoes. Don't sweat the small stuff. Don't get hung up on fruit is bad or potatoes are bad or things like that. Remember, minimally ingredient food. If you look at a packet and it's got like 3 or 4 different ingredients on it, then bin it, get rid of it. Don't eat it. It's just pointless, because again, if your goal is to tone up, look good, then ultimately your goal is to lose weight. And if your goal is to lose weight, then get rid of the minimally ingredient foods. And that's not even considering the thing that I haven't mentioned, which you'll be way better hormonally balanced. Your body will just feel better, you'll sleep better, etc. I'm not going to get into all that, because that's like a whole video and an encyclopedia in itself. So again, if you want to cut alcohol, cut carbs down for a couple of weeks. I'm not saying cut them out altogether, but cut them down. If you feel like you're getting really headachy and lightheaded, then eat a banana or an apple, again, a bit of fruit, and then go from there. And then factor the carbs back in after like about 1.5 weeks, 2 weeks. If you don't want to cut carbs because you think, oh, I really like my carbs, really need them, then keep eating them. But again, think minimally ingredient food. If you're overweight, or if you're carrying a bit too much weight or more weight than what you want to carry, then just cut the crap. As I said, things that have got 3 or more ingredients in, cut them out. Go to your local butchers. It doesn't have to be Cownan's, although I go to Cownan's, but go to your local butchers, get quality meat, get quality fish, decent fish, doesn't have to cost a fortune. Talk to them about bulk deals or that sort of thing. Talk to them about seasoning, they can season it all up for you, keep it simple. And the only other final thing is just drink tons of water. Don't drink juice, don't drink crap like that, just drink water. Lots and lots and lots of water. Whatever your body weight is in kilos, drink 1 litre for every 25 kilos a day. If you keep it as simple as that, I'm fine. I've tried to keep everything simple, and there's no magic thing, and anyone that ever tells you that there is, or says have 1 million protein shakes and diet this and blah blah blah, excuse the French, but they're full of shit. They're probably full of more shit than some of these ready meals that you can buy in the supermarket, because there isn't a magic thing. All there is just hard work and being determined. So yeah, do that, and I think that kind of sums everything up. Long video, nearly 14 minutes. If you stayed till the end, well done. Thank you very much. If you stayed to the end, you got the secret diets of all time. Yay. Message me if you want to ask a question or comment. I like questions. Cool. Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye.